Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing 5 walkthrough solves. The style of Chris Olson's, it's basically where you just speed solve and then you reconstruct it, showing what you did during that solve. I like this a lot more because it's far more accurate of what I do during an actual speed solve, rather than what I ideally would like to do during like a slow turning practice session. Okay, this is the 8.3. So my EO line was going to be on red front. So we have 4 bad edges on this scramble. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I noticed that my line pieces are already on the R and L layers, so this is good. So we can actually get them into place just by doing EO and then a D. So what I noticed off of inspection is that if I just do a D prime and push this piece here, then I can insert this edge and this back one by doing L, R2, and it'll put the red EO line edge down here and the orange one down here already forming the line, and you just do a D afterwards to form it. So R2, L, F for EO, and then a D, and the line is done. So then the first block that I did was the orange, white, and blue. So the 2 pieces are right here. So you just stack it like that, or you form it like that, and then you stack it here. And I did an R2, and then I saw this pair. And then I decided to do this pair. And then the last pair. And then we get a 2GLL pi, but I don't know it because I don't know pi, so I just did the regular alg. And then I got a Z-perm. This is the 8.99 solve. So I did blue front, and what I noticed first is there are 4 bad edges. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the EO line pieces are here, blue and green. So I noticed I wanted to push green here so that they'd be opposite from each other on different layers, and it just be RULD. So what I did was ULDF to solve EO, and then this green EO line piece got pushed here, and then I can just do an L2 D, and the first thing I saw after EO line was this block, and then this block, and then for some odd reason I decided to lift this block back up, and then I did this pair. And then to do this pair, I pushed the corner over here, put the edge here, and then stacked it, and then inserted. And then you get a U case, or L case, COLO. So these are opposite, these are the same, and then this is going to go into a clockwise U-perm because it preserves this block, and if these are opposite, that means here it will be adjacent. And then here you go. This is the 8.93. So I did red front. Now this solve is a little complex. So there's 6 bad edges. First off, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the F layer, and then 1, and then 2. So what I noticed first off is that the EO line pieces here and here. So they're really on opposite layers, which is good, but if you do an F here for EO, it puts the green edge down here, and I know it's gonna stay there because doing EO back here isn't gonna disturb it at all. So what I did next is, I know that if I do a U prime, or well in this case a B prime, it would put the blue cross edge here, which is always good because you might be able to eliminate a few blind spots, and then put this bad edge into here. It would keep this EO line piece here, and this one will get pushed up. And then you can make 3/4 of an EO cross to eliminate the right block blind spot, like that. And then the first block that I noticed was this pair with this blue cross edge. And then as I was doing that, I noticed this pair. And then while I was doing that, I noticed that these two got pushed down. So I automatically went to that even though it wasn't the most efficient. And then while I was doing this, I knew I would get this case after I inserted it, because this would stay the same. So, and then I do an RUD out here. And then I got a back soon. So I know it's diag first off, these are opposite and these are also opposite. And then this bar here gets preserved, so I know it's not going to be an E perm. And then there was a Y perm plus U2. This is the 10.27, so I did blue front. So there are 6 bad edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what I did first was I decided to pair the 3 in the back, like that, just a D, and then a B, and I noticed that I swung this cross edge down, and it's going to end up here after doing the L2 D to make these 4 in front. And then I did an F prime, and then a D, L prime, D, and that would make a 3/4 EO cross, eliminating the right block blind spot. And then I paused here for a second, unfortunately, and then did this pair. And then during that, I recognized this really inefficient pair and decided to go with it. And then that got me a free pair, luckily. And then just this F12 case. And then I did a soon here. And then J perm. This is the 8.86, so I decided to do red front here. There are 4 bad edges, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the EO line pieces are here. This EO line case is kind of nasty. I don't really like it. It's not really finger trick friendly. So I did RF, and then I noticed that this cross edge would match up here, and it would be on this on the left hand side. So D2, L prime D. And then I saw this block. And then instead of doing this free pair, I had already noticed this, so I immediately went to it instead of doing the free pair. And then I did this pair. And then this pair. Then I'm left with an anti-soon, and then the J probe. Okay, so this is a 6.99 bonus solve. The reason why I picked this solve was because it was a pretty fast time for me, and I thought there was some cool stuff in there. So what I did was red front. So there are 4 bad edges, 1, 2, 3, and 4. What I did was RD, and then U prime L, and then F prime. The reason why I did the F prime was because this cross edge would be in its right place, or sorta, and then the blue one would also be in the right place. Then a U2, L2, D, and then I did this pair, and then a free pair, and then I decided to do this pair, and then this pair, and then I got an anti-soon PLL sketch.